Hi, this is John Cam with AngelShield. I wanted to give you a quick overview of Microsoft Office 365 OneDrive and show you what I've done out there so you have some idea how to work on some of the documents that we currently have. I have moved all the information from Aaron's Google Drive over to here and converted the formats, and so hopefully we can start working here and make it a little easier for everybody to collaborate on work. I apologize in advance if this is like trying to drink from a fire hose, but a lot of information to put out here. So one of the problems you will find is if you go to a Microsoft Online, you go to log in. If you're like me, I have got numerous 365 accounts, and so it's rather difficult to deal with. Obviously, you probably don't have this issue as much because at most you may have like an office.com account. One of the things you can do to simplify this is to either use a different browser and use that all for AngelShield, and or you can start up a in-private window every time. So if you do an in-private window, it starts a separate browser, and then you're able to go to whatever location you'd like to run a isolated version. Now every time I do this, I have to type in my login because it doesn't remember it. So that's one downfall of running an isolated private session like that. Firefox uses a thing called private window, and Google Chrome calls it incognito, but every browser has a way to run a private browsing session. But anyway, so that might help you if you have difficulty with them kind of bleeding over between the two. So I'm just going to go ahead and log into my AngelShield account, and one of the things about my account that's a little different than yours is I'm taken to the applications window versus you typically will be going directly to your Outlook.com account like this. So to get over to OneDrive, you can come over here to the app launcher and then launch OneDrive. Now, one thing I like to do is kind of keep things in separate tabs so I can get back and forth between them. So I'm going to right-click OneDrive and just say open this in a new tab. You don't have to do that, but it does make it a little easier, I think, to deal with multiple things. Okay, so now I'm at my OneDrive. I see that my files, I don't have any files here to work on. But over on the left, you'll notice I have shared files. Now if I click on shared files, I'll see the contents of that shared location. Now keep in mind, these are shared files that everybody has access to. So if you make a change to one out here, you need to make sure that you want everybody to have that change. One of the things that I did, so let's kind of look at the directory structure here. I put some forum information out here. This is the forum that Aaron put together, the document that covers the forum on school safety. There's also a fundraising here. I put Aaron's fundraising letter here and the marketing information here. We put some graphics here, the AngelShield logos, promo video that Nicole did, also the transcripts for those that video, the two videos. She kind of broke it up between Bullets Both Ways and AngelShield. And here's the draft video. You can play it right in the browser here. It works okay. You may want to just download it to the local machine. And then the video, this is the video I took Thursday, and I had to combine the video with the audio signal, and you'll notice that under here I had the audio signals completely separated from the video. I had to sew them together since the video did not work with my camera. I actually needed to get a different microphone for my camera, but anyway, you can look through these and if you'd like. So that's where that video is located there. And then there's a techno folder here. Underneath here I've got some a document with some email signatures. You can make a copy of that and use it over on your email if you'd like. So you can simply edit information in this file by clicking on it. It's going to open that document right up there, and you can make whatever changes you want to the files. Just make sure that changes that should be made. But I threw this document out here with everybody's contact information. If you have any questions, you're welcome to email me at angelshield.org, or also contact me at my phone number here. So I'm going to bail out of this. I'm going to show you how to make a copy of that fundraising letter and put it into your location and work on it. So if I come in here, I'm going to right-click Special Request. I'm going to say Make a Copy To, and I'm going to say Make a Copy to my OneDrive. Now, I could just dump this directly into the OneDrive and make a big old mess right there, but I think I'm going to organize my stuff. So I'm going to create a new folder here, and I click here to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it Fundraising. And then I'm going to click on that new folder I created, and I'm going to say copy that document here. It shows that one item was copied to fundraising letter. Now if I come over here and I see my name and I click under files, this is where I put that folder called fundraising letters, but that's weird, I don't see it. Well, just have to refresh this display, so I can simply click on the refresh button up here, or press the F5 key on some browsers. Every browser is a little different, and voila, the fundraising letter folder has shown up. I can click on that. And you don't have to double click, you just single click, that takes you right into it. But once you're in here, I can click on the fundraising letter, and I can make changes all day long. So I can make whatever changes I want to the letter, and you'll notice it says saving and then saved. It automatically makes changes to those, anything I do to the document. If I want to undo it, I can just simply use the undo feature, and that will undo it. And if I make too many changes, I can undo all the changes by going into the and I'll show you very quickly on this thing. I can come in here and I can right click and go to version history, and I can change that document back to a prior version, one that I was, whenever it was made. It could have been 3 months ago, and I can recover that information. So you will notice that the breadcrumbs up here will show you where you're located. If you're in shared files and you're several directories down, you'll notice what folder you're in: shared files, documents, fundraising, files, fundraising letters, wherever you might be. That'll show up right here. One of the things you may find necessary or useful to do is to copy this information down to your local machine and have a copy and work in Microsoft Word that you may already have. You can do that by simply coming out here, and from the shared files, I'm going to click on the sync button, and it will sync all that information to my OneDrive on my computer. Now what it will do is it will create a separate location. You can have multiple locations on your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the folder here, and you'll notice that I have the Bullets Both Ways Foundation shared file documents, and underneath that I've got all these exact same files synchronized to my local machine. I can then open them up here and work on them and make changes to them on my local machine in a familiar environment. You can work out in Office 365 out on the website, and you can work there, or you can work local. You'll notice that I have numerous accounts here. I have my business. I also have the fundraising letters. Now that will show up underneath the OneDrive Bullets Both Ways Foundation Inc. And that happens to be my personal location, and there's the fundraising letters that I synchronize down to my local system. So you can have multiple connections to there. You'll notice that Netcam LLC is synchronized to this. Bullets Both Ways is synchronized down to my drive, and so now I have access to all this information. You want to be a little careful with this. Things like the promo video. It has a fairly sizable content there, and as such, it can take up some space. I got 162 megabytes, so you got to be careful about synchronizing that, because you don't want to synchronize too much information. So might fill up your hard drive. So I think that's about it there. I think that was about all I wanted to cover. I just wanted to give you a quick overview on how to use Office 365. It's a quick start, but you have access to run edit Excel documents out here, Word documents. Of course, they are all web-based applications, but they do function, and pretty darn well, I might say. So if you've got any questions, again, give me a call or send me an email. Thanks, and appreciate your time.